Okay, so to wrap up my story about my extended stay at the hospital with my daughter, so what happened was a couple woo-woo people, if you will, almost simultaneous connected with me, and Tori, and then my friend Thornton Streeter, which hopefully we'll have him on the show. He's a leading biofield person. And so it put me in a very meditative space during the surgery. And basically I kind of walked away from a little bit of the ruckus. And what I observed was how people talk so much. Like if you're in an awkward situation, people talk and talk and talk just to avoid, like you said, we try to numb ourselves to everything. So people, will talk and stuff. So I remove myself and I start meditating and really visualizing being with my daughter and her soul while she was having surgery. And I visualized having a conversation with her about her wanting to express things and not being able to, and that everything was going to be okay, and that I loved her and there was nothing bad that was going to happen. And I really felt this amazing connection with her soul while she was down in surgery. And then the doctor came out and said the surgery went great. And then we ended up eventually in her room, and I just felt overwhelmed with the fact how traumatic this was for my daughter, that she just needed rest. And the room was kind of clatter, a lot of loud noise, talking, and my wife and her mother-in-law, and, talking and all this. And I said, she just needs to rest. And so they left the room, and I just stayed in there. And I basically meditated and was there in that space.
When's the last time you did that? Went for that long of a period of time in almost silence and
I had
just connection, because it almost sounds like you went into the soul connection with her.
Right.
And when's the last time that you experienced doing that with anybody at that level?
Well, I did have a pretty serious meditation practice about a year or so ago, but there's time I go in and out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I wake up, even I spend a little bit of time just as I wake up, because I feel like I'm still in that soul space, and where I try to feel my connection to my higher power, my God, my source, whatever you want to call it. And so I sometimes almost do it every day, not all the time, but I do try to feel that. Mm-hmm. But that's usually me connecting with a higher power and not necessarily with a person. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've ever really even gone to that space. I don't think I've ever did that part of connecting with my daughter and her space there. Wow. And so when I was in the hospital, I was still in that space, and and I was visualizing my daughter being well. And I visualized her playing and swimming and having all that life force energy, while she's sleeping and healing. So I was kind of putting that in there in the universe, basically, or helping work that way. And what occurred to me was the regular doctors were coming in. They're saying it went well, but we're still not sure what happened. We're not out of the woods yet. There's still some healing. So there's only so much that they could do physically with the surgery and the antibiotics, and there's only so much they can do. And I thought, this allopathic medicine is really important. I'm very grateful for it, but it really is only a piece of the puzzle. And what occurred to me was wouldn't it be amazing in future medicine or future hospitals is if you literally had a recovery person assigned to you, like a soul medicine person that sat with you after surgery and just meditated with you, and they were putting their energy and their visualization into helping you recover. Mm-hmm. And that whole spiritual component of energy medicine, all that, is not integrated into our current system. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wouldn't that be amazing if that's how hospitals were, if they had both of those integrated pieces? And essentially that's part of what Awaken STL is about. I mean, Awaken STL is honoring everybody where they're at on their wellness journey, honoring what path you're on, how you get to wherever you want to be as far as your wellness goes, which path. You might take it through exercise, you might take it through hypnotherapy, you might take it through church, but everybody has all these multiple paths. And so the purpose of this, even the show, Awaken STL, the purpose is to create a media outlet for people to learn all these different ways that they can discover to integrated wellness. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm up to, and that's where I'm at. That's what I'm hoping happens.
Well, if I can give you some feedback in what I just heard you say, because I think it's going to be an important eye-opening for you, is that in this world, we're all connected. I think society as a whole is starting to believe that, is that there is no separation between the energy of one person to another. So when you took that moment with your daughter to see her healthy, to see her playing, having fun, being full of life, being full of energy, I have to stop and wonder if what she was actually doing was giving you the gift of pausing and seeing that for yourself. Because that connection that you had with her, although you saw it being for her, the gift from her was that it was really for you. That it's time for you to have fun. Yeah. For you to be connected to those that you care about. And to see your life full of energy and love and health.
Right.
Which sounds like what so much of your journey is all about. So this is what I hope for you. Okay? I've known you for several years. And I know what you're up to. And I know what you're capable of. And it's much, much greater than what you have been living. Right. Your potential is so much more. And this is what I tell so many other people out there, is that your potential is so much more than what it is that you're living right now. For David, I almost needed to get him to commit to a camera to start living it.
Might be the only thing. Yeah.
So, this is your journey. This show is all about that journey, and you're going to bring in so many different people to talk to and connect with. And I'm not quite sure what role I'm going to be playing in this yet. I think it's soon to be found out and discovered.
Sure.
But what is it that you're willing to commit to between now and your next show?
Wow.
Because we've only maybe got 2 minutes, so you can't. And maybe it doesn't have to be huge. It can be.
Okay, we were talking about talking versus doing. Mm-hmm. And off camera, we were talking about. I basically said, I'm so tired of just talking and not
doing,
making things happen. Mm-hmm. And I totally understand momentum and how momentum works, and I've been studying it, but I haven't been doing enough of it. So I guess what I could commit, there's a doing piece I think I need to commit to.
So what are you
before
going
the
to?
Next show? Okay, so I will commit to definitely have to have my Awaken with DK Facebook page up and going for the show. I need to set up some type of blogging so that I can maybe express where I'm at with certain things, really dig into this concept of commitment and how that's affecting my momentum, and how the talking part, I don't know if there's just a comfort zone for me, and I'm not pumping up about that. Yeah.
That's what I always want to tell David. Shut up.
Yay team.
So this is the message to all of you. It's time to shut up.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make it really bold. It's time to shut up, and it's time to start doing. There is a purpose for every single one of us here on earth, and we're not living to our truest potential. So it's time to stop talking about it and start doing it. And that's what your show is all about. It's being the witness and the demonstration, because as we change, so does the world.
Right.
So it's kind of like this audience is committing to you
Yeah.
So it's your level of commitment that's going to help them.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about being in service.
That goes into a whole nother.
Wow, are you scared?
Yeah, I was just like trying to get my crap together. It's like all kinds of pressure.
You're a little bit nervous now?
Yeah, now you're putting stuff bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, maybe we're almost there.
Right on.
Okay, so I don't know. Any final words?
No. I mean, this is going to be fun. It's fun. I'm very deadline driven. I like having, that. I guess I work better under pressure, and that maybe I need a little bit more pressure to make some things happen, because I think the formula that you said is commit to something, see a result, and then you start believing in yourself, basically. And then you start trusting yourself. Mm-hmm. And then you start building that confidence to really do things bigger and live up to your potential. And that's cool. I like it. I watched that Social Network movie last night.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, my God.
Love it.
Oh, the last statistic, 207 million people on it or something.
It's amazing how big something can be.
Yeah.
When you give up control of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
just
true.
Simply the concept and the idea and putting it out there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you. I think this is going to be fun. High five.
High five. Thank you. What a great deal.
Go ahead and close
Awesome.
us out.
Well, thanks for joining us on Awaken.